Dude. Hey, if you can reasonably do crack, by all means.
The question for tonight is, what do you wish you would have known back in the day? Right?
Easy.
So we're gonna hang out. We're just gonna shoot the crap, But that is it. And I'll start out with a low hanging fruit that I already shot out to the guys just as an example, which is like, holy crap, man, the confidence. If us three would have had just an ounce of confidence back in the day,
Bro,
it would have been, oh my God, man.
Done.
Dude, I some now, but like, bro, like that was hard pressed. Like,
and think about all the different things that we could have done back then if we just had a little bit of confidence. Like, it's one thing landing the girl, right? And that's a very big thing, right? Like, confidence, I think, has to be 70% of getting the girl to talk to you, right? But it goes so much further past that. It's literally in anything that you do, from stepping up on a stage to playing a game in front of a camera.
Yeah.
The difference maker is the confidence to, number one, be able to freaking do that,
Like, based off of what you're saying, but going off like what you're saying about the confidence thing is like, it kind of ties into one of mine, like just jumping off of you, but like, it's to not think that things mattered as much as I thought they did.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
the confidence comes from like, the confidence at the time would have come by realizing that like most of the you do in your late teens and early 20s, it's not going to matter as much as you think it does at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that goes to things like, the people that you try to surround yourself by, right? Like, that's another kind of idea that I threw out there, right? Like, you're worried about what everybody thinks about you when you're late teens, early 20s. Like, you've got to build this reputation, this image. Everybody's opinion matters. Everybody's opinion matters to you at that point. For some people, it seems like for younger people, it matters more than it does when they get older, right? And that's the difference, is understanding that opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, right? And some of them are pretty so it's, yeah, man, you're absolutely right. Like, there's so much that you think that matters as a kid that nah.
See, mine, man, it's a little
Well, you
bit
don't
different.
like.
Is it?
Well, you don't have any you don't have any confidence that you're going to be like. So you haven't been through a lot. Like, so there's certain kids that are going to go through a lot, and it's unfair. But certain kids are going to go through a lot of shit, and then other ones are going to make things over important. Like, when you've never been rejected, that first one, that 10th one, they're hard. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, yeah, absolutely.
So, but like after a while, it's almost kind of funny in a way of like how much you can handle. Like, when you're young, you don't realize how much you can handle. Once you start getting older, you start realizing, all right, I can handle a lot of shit. So that's not gonna like crush me.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Brandon?
Man, mine's just a little bit different. Because, like, mine's from the confidence side. Like, simple. What I live my life by now, man. Being your best self. If I would have known that, a lot of shit would have been different. Like, I spent a whole bunch, like you were just saying earlier, a whole bunch of time worrying about what everybody else was doing and then how I compare myself to that instead of just
for sure
being this nigga. So now, man, it's a whole lot different. I carry myself like I feel like I'm happier. I'm a good person. I always work hard, so that's easy. And computers and shit always come easy. But like, just that part, knowing that being Brandon, being we live and being be killed, being me is enough. Like, that's pretty much it. If I knew that, man, I'd be on top of them. I'd have 500 subs. Like, but you don't really think like that when you're growing up. Like you said, you're focusing on how to get out of where you're at. And everybody, at that age, as a teenager, even younger, even when you're in your 20s, you still figuring out what you want, who you are. Like you don't even know. You still molding yourself. So
I,
yeah, most of the time by 30s is when you hit it. But even then, like man, I think it was about 29 when I finally was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna just do me. And I
Yeah.
did me, and then the wife sent me a message, met her, now I'm
yeah.
in here and I got not one monitor, two.
Yeah,
So,
living it up.
living it up.
Yeah.
Like at that age, you think you want stuff because everybody else either has them or people have kind of told you that you want them, and you kind of walk around with like, all right, I'll tend to want this shit. This is what I'm supposed to want. This is what everybody's told me I want, right? And then you go out and you start trying to do it, and the more you either get it or don't get it, and you kind of chip away at that, the more you do get to sit back and be like, no, I do what I would like to do. I'm kind of
Exactly.
able to carry on. Like I think the thing is, don't let people talk you into what you want. And if you really, really want something, or if you really like stuff, if you really gravitate towards stuff, try it out. Like just do a bunch of different shit and figure out what you like. But don't let people talk you into.
As long as you ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah.
As long as you ain't hurt
Here,
nobody.
no, I got an important one on that one too, because like you've got some of these people, these young people out there that are about to just hustle.
No, hurt people.
Hustle. Yeah, you should hurt people. But you got these people that are about to hustle, right? And they're hustling because they've got this mental image of wanting these things, to Aaron's point, right? Like, and so they're going to invest these next 12 years of their life to be this doctor or this lawyer or something because they want these things. Here's the problem with that I've found on a much lower level, right? Like I am a construction worker that's worked my way up through the ranks. And I've reached this point to where I can afford to buy toys, right? And so I've bought toys, and now the problem that I have is that I can't play with my toys ever. I literally bought a boat this year that I've never once put in the water. I spent money on a boat this year, and I have not put it in the water.
When you say toys now, like when I buy toys, I make sure they're gonna be toys I'm playing with. Because if I ain't playing with them, I ain't buying.
So that's my point. Is like I have put myself, and I love my job. I absolutely love my job. I'm very passionate about my career. I like it. It's brought so much extra meaning to an already meaningful life. So I'm grateful for that. But my point is, like, if you aren't a people person and you're trying to be a doctor, if you aren't a people person that likes to talk a lot and you're trying to be a lawyer, if you're about to sink so much of your time into creating this mountain of wealth because you want things, are you going to be able to play with the thing when you can afford to buy the thing? Is it worth it? And think it through is my point. Like, there are other ways.
The big thing is like
where you want to go.
Figure out what the hell. Like, I wish I'd have spent more. Like they say, like follow your heart, shit like that. I don't. That's kind of woo woo or whatever. That's kind of like whatever. But like figure out what you are, what you like, what you're good at, and how to make money doing that. I don't think people don't really like if you're good at talking, go talk. If you're good at, if you're good at using your back, use back. If you're good at engineering, but there's so many people that are just lost because they got don't let people talk you into shit that when you hear it, you're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like have what you're saying. It is the type of confidence to when you hear something that you're like, I don't know. Don't do it.
Pretty much.
Well, I will.
From anything, hey.
That's an interesting
learn to
perspective.
Say no.
I do want to provide a bit of a counter perspective on that a little bit, because I tried to become this professional musician out of high school, right? And I wasn't that great of a musician. I technically had some chops, but I wasn't a great writer or anything like that, and so the point that I'm trying to make is I spent years trying to hone a craft that I don't think I was ever going to be well equipped enough. And I certainly wasn't well equipped enough to go through the politics and the actual game that you have to play to become a successful musician.
Yes, that's the hard. That's the
whole beauty of it. Because that's how I look at everything that I've done up to where I'm at now. Because even right now, where I'm happy, career wise, what I'm doing. Uh,
Yeah,
Humans
yeah, but
change
hold
their
on though.
mind like the wind
Hold,
blow.
hold, hold on though.
So
Hold on though. But my point is, Brandon, like you've got yourself in this point now where you've got a stable job with a career path forward, and you're given the opportunity to breathe now. You know, you're given the
man, I don't know
opportunity
about
to if you
breathing.
well, it's you're given the opportunity to breathe in the nearer future than when you were at Burger King, let's say,
Yeah,
right? Like it's a lot closer now than it was then. And so my point is like my one caveat, my one counter thought to Aaron's point, because I think it's something that it could easily be agreeable to, is I just wish I wouldn't have sat stagnant completely. You
but
know, I wish.
that's what I was trying to say. I don't think you were sitting stagnant. See, like you learn and take certain skills from things that
Mm,
you spent throughout your life doing. Those
yep,
things, even though you may not even think about it, those things apply to you today and what you do now. Like even learning how to do beats and stuff taught you how to mess with a lot of softwares
yep,
that I literally just got on like trying to edit some stuff. Like you've been learning how to edit and do sound and do all this other stuff. Like even when we started setting up, you couldn't tell the difference in pitches and mics. I'm like, bro, you sound the same as me. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Your mic
yeah.
sounds bad.
Go
Here's
ahead.
what I'm saying a little bit more so than like I'm not a follow your heart, follow your dreams type. That's dumb.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yep.
I'm not like like what I'm saying is that that is technically a stupid thing to think. What I'm
Sure.
saying is though, if what I'm saying is it's like here's what I really am saying. From 16 to 24 to 25, maybe 26, stop worrying about failure. Stop
Mm,
worrying that you're going to fail.
Yeah,
beautiful.
You can recover. You will live and you will recover. Don't, I mean,
Got it.
as long as, like, honestly, as long as you don't, like, don't mess your life up legally and don't get heavily involved in like substance abuse and stuff like that. And I think you can recover from 99% of what you're going to go through from 16 to 26. So
Mm,
try go hard,
yep.
go head first into stuff. You're going to
Hell
learn
yeah.
some stuff you're going to need.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
yeah,
like
that's
I
what I'm
love
go
saying.
that.
Like,
ahead.
Love
nah,
that.
I guess that's
Love
what I
that.
mean. Like, it's never stagnant. Like, don't.
Yep.
What you're
Yeah,
saying is,
no, yeah,
even use that you were not stagnant. You were doing something. You were
Yeah.
moving forward towards something. And no, it didn't
Yep.
work out. It not because like you were saying all this other stuff about being bad. No, you weren't bad, bro. People
No.
have an like this world is big. Like even me, I'll get sometimes when I post a video, I get some hate. I get like, bro, why is this funny? I have to like, bro, because it's funny to me. If it ain't funny to you, you ain't gotta watch. You know? But
Yeah, that's
that's
right.
but I got 496 other mother lovers that want to
yeah.
see it, and it's
That's right.
growing.
But
Like you're not gonna please everybody. So don't say that your
That's right.
music was bad or
Yeah.
that. Nah,
No,
it just didn't hit
no.
the right people.
No, what my point there was like if I would have so I got in my way from getting a decent paying job. I always took the low paying job because I think subconsciously I didn't want to embarrass myself by actually taking on what I thought to be a real job. And if I would have not gotten in my own way there, I could have afforded to invest more into the craft that I actually wanted to continue to perfect. Right. That's the point that I'm trying to make about being stagnant. Is I chose to be a dishwasher because I didn't want to get in the way of being a musician. If I would have
Yeah.
just pushed forward a little bit and been a little less stagnant on that side, then I could have afforded to ultimately put more into my craft. That's what I mean by being stagnant.
Yeah, I get what you're
But
saying, but
Aaron, yeah,
I
I
look
did.
at
I
it
did.
differently.
Yeah, no, I hear you,
Well,
bro,
it's
and I
like it
totally
was a
respect that.
thing. I understand what you're saying, but like, and this is something that like I'm guilty of for sure. But it's like you have to be like in life, in all of life. This is moving up.
Yep.
Anything you're going to move up in, you have to have like a reasonable amount of like recklessness to you.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, like you have
Absolutely.
to be
Absolutely.
reasonably reckless. Now, what you were doing is it's what I've done. It's being unreasonably reckless. I'm going to work my way out of here watching dishes. No, you're
Nah,
not.
and that's I get where you coming from now because I think about what I'm doing now and trying to post content.
Yep.
Like, nah, I'm not gonna wash dishes no more, bro. I've been washing this too long. I'm
Yep.
gonna do something
Exactly.
else.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Now,
just there's
now
so
I
much
got
of
a
a
desk.
Yes, I mean it's incremental increases in quality of life. That's the thing that I got in the way of for myself, and that's one of the things I wish I could have understood at an earlier
Well,
age. But
everybody does, man, in their own little
But
way,
what, but,
man.
but what I'm talking about now is you're doing fine now, correct?
yep, yes, absolutely, and
You're doing
I benefited from every bit of
Exactly.
experience I had along the way.
you, you know.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really like it didn't like destroy your life.
No way,
You
no
know?
way. It certainly
I could
it
see if you
certainly
were like, I was doing heroin and I chose
Yeah.
to be a dishwasher, so I have more time to do heroin. Then I'll probably say, yeah, you being a little stagnant. That I mean,
Yeah.
come on, you got to keep. That's what I mean by that. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be going to extremes to just be staying the same place. Like I'm like, nah. As long as you doing something, bro. I mean, you doing something. You put your heart into it and learn.
I'm nursing.
So it's never a waste.
Nursing nothing.
Just saying. Like, nah. I'm just saying though. If that's what you was doing, like, bro, I just want to do crack. I'm just going. I want to stand on the side of the road and sell water bottles. I don't want to do crack. Like, that's being stagnant to me. Because you can do something else. Like I said, Sonic, they got a hiring sound right now. They hire you for a day. Like,
they got daily rates.
they got daily rates now, bro. That's how bad it is. They got daily rates.
Wow. Wow.
But hey, they gotta have that crack, so you know they can't.
Bro, ain't that, dude? Hey, if you can reasonably do crack, by all means.